The mystery hidden behind the two sealed memos in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit has at long been uncovered. These are the legal memos Ripple Labs received about 10 years ago before creating its XRP tokens. And this is concerning how to circumvent these exact charges of unregistered security assets levied against the fintech startup by the SEC. As the document suggests, contrary to the SEC's prior claims of negligence on the part of the Ripple team, the blockchain firm had earlier made attempts to avoid XRP from being considered a security under the law. Unquestionably, some crypto-related assets are securities. We could take the instance of the Purpose Bitcoin ETF, BTCC, as it is a more than accurate example. Since it's filed under the Canadian securities laws as a trust, the bits and pieces of these assets are sold to the public, allowing it to be traded on the stock market, which automatically qualifies it as a security asset. More importantly, this blockchain-based digital asset has a prospectus summarized in its investment purposes and features. All of these characteristics qualify it as a security, but that is primarily due to its legal structure, because as a publicly traded trust, it has the typical legal system of an ETF. The Bitcoin that the fund holds is more of a gray area, and that's precisely what the issue is in the XRP lawsuit. We'll be discussing more on that through this video, so be sure to stick around until the end. Thanks for watching Make Money Online. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. We also have a crypto Discord group where we give out calls for our favorite altcoins, and you can also win special rewards for inviting your friends to the group. Links for that are in the description. Web3, also known as the decentralized Internet of the future, proposes redesigning the web to move standard online providers over to a decentralized world through blockchain. The buzz encompassing Web3 technology has drawn in some of the most incredible minds in tech. Some of the top talents working at giant tech firms like Facebook, Google, and Amazon are quitting their posts to join Web3 and crypto companies. When the likes of Google, Facebook, and Amazon, and Apple and Microsoft turn into the quickest developing tech companies on the planet, they pulled in the best talents on the market, with many leaving past behemoths like banks to go along with them. Presently, these tech companies are losing their most talented staff to the new fastest rising industry, Web3 and crypto. One such person is Ryan Wyatt, the commentator and previous executive of YouTube Gaming, leaving the video hosting giant recently to pioneer a brand new gaming studio from Polygon, a blockchain project, of course. News of this comes as no shock, as Wyatt had again in 2014 joined a video site to lead on a drive into the computer gaming content industry, largely rivaling Amazon's Twitch platform at the time. Wyatt is only one of many techies dumping their regular vocation with guaranteed paychecks and job security to work at an emerging and exciting new space entailed by blockchain tech. Another such person is none other than Facebook's very own Charisse Torres, who left Novi, the crypto division at Facebook, to work at Circle, the USDC stablecoin. At Novi, she was the head marketing officer. More so, David Marcus, the former head of Novi, could also be headed for the Web3 world, judging by some of his most recent tweets, even though he's yet to know his next course of action upon leaving Facebook. But in a recent tweet, Mr. Marcus had the following to say: "I've never felt this connected to a community of builders like the crypto Web3 one. I'm not talking about folks who are in it for a quick speculative win. I'm talking about people who want to rebuild the internet's infrastructure to move value and power in the hands of the people." Another example here is Amazon's senior executive Pravjit Chiwana, who left the company in January to join Gemini, the crypto exchange owned by the Winklevoss twins, as the chief technology officer, during which time he tweeted, "After an incredible 6 years at Amazon Web Services, I've decided to join Gemini as its chief technology officer. At Gemini, I will lead the product and engineering teams." These experts and several others are betting on the Web3 protocol as carrying the fate of tech, but according to Alex Bouaziz, the CEO of payroll software firm Deal, individuals will need to chip away at what they see as the most exciting and inventive advancements in the technology sphere. And as far as we are all concerned, as of now, that's the crypto and Web3 space. As a result, many consider it the newest kid on the block. The frenzy likened to what we had in the past during the dot-com era, in the same way that Facebook and Amazon were appealing at the time. And there's another factor that's drawing employees of these big tech corporations to the crypto and blockchain sphere, and that is, of course, cash. As indicated by Blind, a social community for tech experts, the US-based crypto exchange platform Coinbase remits to its employees an annual pay as high as $900,000, specifically those of the software development and programming folds. And of course, back to the big news, the SEC has alleged that Ripple and its members have sold the virtual tokens without enlisting with the agency and have profited about $600 million. In addition, the two memos from various dates include the advice given to Ripple by Perkins Coie over the idea of the coin. The memo received in February 2012 from Perkins Coie attorneys to Ripple advised the company not to sell the proposed token as various conditions may subject them to being regulated as securities or commodities by the commission. James Filan shared the content of the memo via his Twitter handle and said overall favorable to Ripple and the individual defendants. Both memos are from Perkins Coie. The first memo was prepared in February 2012 and sent to Jed McCaleb and Jesse Powell. It says that if new coin is sold in what now would look like an ICO, I didn't see the term ICO used, it would be likely that it would be considered a security. But Ripple then revised its business plan and went back to Perkins Coie, which issued a second memo in October of 2012. The second memo was sent to Chris Larsen and Jed McCaleb. While the second memo released in October recommended that XRP may not be considered a security under federal law, the defending lawyer further tweeted saying the October memo was more positive. And while it said that there was a small risk that the SEC could disagree, Perkins Coie concluded that Ripple credits should not be considered securities. The memo also suggested steps Ripple could take to minimize the risk that the SEC would disagree with Perkins Coie. The memos cover the full landscape of legal issues, not just the issue of securities, showing how careful Ripple was trying to be. Also, this was 5 years before the SEC really even started talking about digital tokens. He says, it seems to me that Ripple was being very proactive, which is very important. There's certainly nothing in these memos that suggests that Ripple was being reckless or ignored any substantial risks. In fact, the memo suggests the opposite, that Ripple was being careful. Following this, the Ripple General Counsel, Stuart Alderoty, stated in a statement that the documents show a compelling legal analysis that Ripple received in 2012 that XRP is not a security. Meanwhile, former federal prosecutor James K. Filan has termed revealing the memos favorable to Ripple. In summary, the main recommendations of the second memo are that Ripple credits might become commodities. Assuming individuals develop agreements for future conveyance of Ripple credits, they will probably be viewed as commodities under the Commodities Exchange Act. Prospect contracts for Ripple credits, if set, will be dependent upon regulation and enforcement by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Furthermore, coins are probably not going to be regulated under counterfeiting laws. While commonly known as an alternative or cryptocurrency, it's improbable that coins will be held under the federal laws regulating the issuance of coinage. Coins won't be metal coins or bars. Further, we understand, won't be intended to be mistaken for the currency of the US or some other country. These attributes will diminish the risk of coins violating anti-counterfeiting and other currency laws. Cryptocurrency investments have increased significantly over the past year or two. With that, the revenue generation of crypto-related firms has exploded, which means these firms have undeniably more cash in excess of profitable compensation for their employees. As a result, according to CB Insight figures, blockchain startups raised a record of $25 billion in enterprise capital last year. Furthermore, tech startups generally let prospective employees reach out to their firms through inventory choice schemes, with valuations for private crypto companies, meaning early workers may be in line for a massive payout within the event of a takeover or initial public offering. And the pattern doesn't just apply to the US Enrollment Agency, as experts are of the assumption that it's seeing crypto companies target talent from the likes of Facebook, Amazon, and Apple within the UK and Ireland as well. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on bell notifications. If you have any questions, drop us a comment, and we'll see you next time.
Hollywood perfect.